seven-figure. We heard, billion-dollar code yesterday. We hear about Russell Brunson's, 2-comma club. We hear all these different things. We raise the stakes on ourselves so high. We will look at the 1.2 billion or something? You're 1.4 billion or whatever you are now? Yeah. The $1.4 billion man back here in my suit, only skinnier. Who knows? We have golfers here, people that play golf. You know the golf game, right? So I'm playing golf. There's a country club in Newport Beach called Big Canyon Country Club. In the 80s, it was $300,000 to join. That's in the 80s, $300,000, like $1 million. J. Paul Getty, $1 million was real money back then. It's real money now, but it's just not. It's $100 million now, right? But $300,000. This guy would sneak me on to play. Like, awesome. Yeah, like 2 Fridays a month. He'd give me a stroke a hole, and we'd play $1 a hole. And he'd beat my face in every time. Because I'm trying to get him to play a bigger game than he could play, and so I'm playing shots that I have no business playing, and playing a course that I have no business playing. And so he goes to me, and this guy, by the way, just a little quick side note, he's married to a gal that is a senior partner at Kenobi Martins. If you know anything about intellectual property, Don Martins, the founding partner, wrote intellectual property law. They're the #1 IP attorney in the world, and he's married to her. He married well. Her sister, this is like this guy, and all he does is play golf and have a great time, and you go, what a dick. Smart. His wife's sister is general counsel for a little company in Cupertino by the name of Apple. Her husband invented this little reading tool called the Kindle. Wow. Talk about like being in tall company. And this guy's completely comfortable with who he is. He's like my hero, even though we're all jealous of him right now because he's like out riding a jet ski while you're working, type thing. But we're going to play, and he goes, Jeff, he goes, quit playing like a dick. And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, you don't play. He goes, play this course for bogey. He goes, you keep playing like you're going to par or birdie something like I've got an eagle or par. He goes, Jeff, play it for bogey, and then I have to par every hole. He goes, just play it for bogey. Watch how this course changes. Lower the stakes of your first outing. If the highest stakes were when you were making this explanation of who you are, or you're going to get a $10 million piece of business or not, it would be pucker time for you. You'd suck at it. You'd suck at it, right? More than you sucked at it already. No, but it's play for bogey. Now, who has children in here? Okay, children that have played baseball or softball or anything right now. When they're hitting the ball and they're trying to swing for the fences, what are you saying? Put the bat on the ball. When you're going out to do this stuff, put the bat on the ball. Trust me, when you've got somebody that's guiding you like Ben, and you make that kind of effort and you're successful at that, guess what that does for Ben? Makes him more eager to work with you. Makes him more eager. Jay Abraham makes him more eager to work with you and help you progress because you're serious about progressing. Yes?
I think the key to that too is knowing and having the self-reflection of your actual skill level. Because if you take the golf analogy and you say, okay, how good am I at driving? How good am I at mid-range shots? How good am I at chipping onto the green? And how good am I at putting? And how good am I at the whole overall process and keeping my mind focused through all the shots? And then once you know where you're at in your business with your skills, with your sales, your marketing, and that stuff, you can say, okay, like I'm actually here, I should be going for bogey, or no, I have this killer sales guy, he can be driving the ball.
And that's the next step in that, for sure, the collaboration with that. This actually, playing for bogey is what I gave, the advice I gave my son, was like screwing up on tests, second guessing himself. I'm like, play for bogey, man. Yeah, and he's just like, shit, start doing way better.
Some people who are ready for playing for par, just, most people won't be. What Jeff's saying, most people need to lower the stakes a little bit, but sometimes you shouldn't make mistakes if you are good at that thing. The whole.
But the whole game is what I'm saying. When you start to play, starting out, play for bogey. Don't worry about the $1 million this or whatever.
Double bogey.
Whatever, right? It's just about that. Who knows Dean Jackson in here? This is the thing that Ben looked at me and went, oh shit, even Aaron that day. When, what's his name, Barker. Rick Barker was talking about all the things. What does success look like, Rick? Ben's like, Ben doesn't say shit at meals. It's like trying to crowbar words out of this guy. But he's just sitting there, he's like, whoa, what does success look like? I know I'm being successful when, ... He actually has this. Look up Dean Jackson's success list. I know I'm being successful when I can wake up every day and say, what would I like to do today? First time I saw him do this with Tony Robbins, I'm like, F that guy. And I told Dean that. He's like, why would you say F that to me? I'm like the nicest guy in the world. I go, because there's nobody that's that happy and content. That just said where I was in my life, right? But this is it. I mean, I wear whatever I want. I can put, I can quit any project at any time. I wear my watch only for curiosity. And you know what? He lives this. He lives this. I've spent some time with Dean, several days with Dean, and it's really, he loves what he's doing. He's doing the evil scheming deals, and he has a ball doing them. It's just, I don't think it ROIs for him, but he doesn't care. You go for 2 or 3 days to either Celebration or you go up to Toronto or wherever, and you just literally break down your business through the 8 profit activators that he has. And there's maybe 10 people in the room. It's a ball. I met Brian Moran there from Get 10,000 Fans. Brian Moran and me being the question guy, not the question guy, but a question guy. He actually gave me the broad strokes of Samcart in the airport when he was like, I want to create a business, something that runs the engine of commerce. And I was like, really? Like what? It was Samcart. And he tells me every time. How will I know when I'm being successful? These are things that are really important. What are those markers? And Howard, by the way, not just you, how do you help your client identify when they're being successful? If you're the one that can help them guide themselves and identify when they're being successful, that's called an enduring relationship. They're always going to come back to you. Can you quantify success? What are those KPIs? What are those things that help you quantify the success? I feel successful. Okay, why? It's like mic drop. Seriously. It's you want to if you're looking for money from a bank, use this sentence or these 2 sentences in that conversation and watch how they light up. I just like the picture.